Part 1. The Hot River and the Two Animals. The sun was very hot. It shone down on the big, slow river. The water was brown and warm. Large green trees stood next to the river, but they did not give much shade. The air was heavy and wet. Every day, many animals came to the river to drink water, but they always looked around first. They were afraid. They were afraid of Garth. Garth was a very large old crocodile. His skin was thick, hard, and dark green. It looked like the old wood of a dead tree. He had short, strong legs and a very long, heavy tail. When he opened his mouth, you could see many long, sharp, white teeth. Garth thought he was the king of the river. He did not like anyone. He only wanted to eat. He lay in the water, perfectly still. Only his two yellow eyes were above the water. He watched and waited. On the other side of the river lived Pip. Pip was a rabbit. He was very small, with soft brown hair. He had two long ears that moved all the time. He listened to the wind. He listened to the leaves. He listened to the water. Pip was not strong, but his legs were very fast, and his mind was very quick. He was a clever rabbit. Pip needed to drink water every day, but he knew about Garth. One morning, Pip walked slowly to the water. He stopped. He put his nose in the air. He smelled the wet mud. Then he looked at the water. He saw a piece of dark wood near the yellow grass, but Pip saw two yellow eyes looking at him. Pip did not drink. He stood tall on his back legs. "I see you, Garth," Pip said loudly. "You look like a piece of wood, but wood does not have yellow eyes." The water moved. Slowly, the big crocodile came up. He opened his big mouth. He showed his terrible teeth. "You are a smart little rabbit," Garth said. His voice was deep and slow. "But one day you will be thirsty. You will put your head down to drink, and I will be faster than you. You are small. I am strong. The strong always eat the small." "I am small," Pip answered, "but my brain is faster than your teeth." Pip turned around and hopped away into the safe, tall grass. Garth hit the water with his heavy tail. The water splashed high into the air. Garth was very angry. He hated the small, clever rabbit. Part 2. The Games and the Anger. The days passed. The weather became hotter. The river started to get smaller. Pip still needed to drink, and Garth still wanted to eat Pip. They played a dangerous game every day. One Tuesday, Pip came to the river. He was very thirsty. His mouth was dry. He looked for Garth, but he did not see the yellow eyes. He only saw some beautiful, sweet green grass near the water. The grass looked very good to eat. Pip wanted to eat the grass. He took one step forward, then he stopped. His long ears moved down. He thought, "Why is this beautiful grass growing on the dark mud? It does not look right." Pip picked up a small, hard stone. He threw the stone at the sweet green grass. Smack! The stone hit something hard under the mud. Suddenly, the mud exploded. Garth jumped out of the mud with his mouth open wide. Snap! His big teeth closed on the empty air. Garth breathed heavily. He looked at Pip. Pip was sitting far away, perfectly safe. "You put that grass there to trick me?" Pip said. He shook his small head. "That was a good trick, Garth. But I am not stupid." "You are just lucky today, Rabbit," Garth shouted. He walked slowly back into the low water. "You cannot be lucky every day. You have to sleep. You have to drink. I will wait. I have a lot of time." "Why do you only want to eat me?" Pip asked. "There are many big fish in the river." "Fish are boring," Garth answered. "You think you're better than me. You think your brain is better than my big teeth? I want to show you that you are wrong. I am the king here." "A king should protect his river?" Pip said quietly. "You just make everyone afraid." Garth did not answer. He just went under the dark water again. 3 days later, Garth tried another trick. He swam to the other side of the river. He lay on his back, he opened his mouth and closed his eyes. He stayed very still. He wanted Pip to think he was dead. Pip came to the river. He saw the big crocodile on his back. Pip smiled. He did not go near the water. Instead, he stood behind a big tree and shouted, "Oh no, the terrible crocodile is dead. My grandfather told me that when a crocodile dies, his tail always moves up and down 3 times. This crocodile's tail is not moving, so he must be sleeping." Hearing this, Garth quickly moved his heavy tail up and down 3 times. Thump! Thump! Pip laughed loudly. "Dead crocodiles do not listen to rabbits," he shouted, and he ran away fast. Garth was furious. He hit the water again and again. He wanted to catch the rabbit more than anything in the world. Part 3. The Red Sky and the Heavy Mud. A month passed. It did not rain. The sun baked the ground. The big river was not big anymore. It was just a small line of water and a lot of thick, sticky mud. Then, the terrible thing happened. One afternoon, the sky did not look blue. It looked orange, then red. The wind started to blow hard. Pip smelled something bad. It was not mud, it was smoke. Fire. A huge fire started in the jungle. The trees were very dry because there was no rain. The fire moved very fast. It was bright yellow and angry red. It ate the trees, it ate the grass. The air became very hot. It was hard to breathe. All the animals ran. Birds flew away up high. Monkeys jumped from branch to branch. Pip ran too. His small legs moved as fast as they could. He needed to cross the river to get to the big, safe rocks on the other mountain. Pip ran out of the trees and came to the river, but the water was gone. There was only deep, wet mud. Pip started to jump across the mud. He was very light, so he did not sink deep. He hopped from one dry spot to another. Then, he heard a sound. It was a loud, sad sound. Pip stopped. He looked to his left. He saw Garth. Garth was in the middle of the riverbed. He was stuck because the water dried up so fast. The mud became like thick glue. Garth was very heavy. His short legs were deep in the mud. He pulled and pulled, but he could not move out. The fire was coming very close to the river now. Sparks of fire fell from the sky like red rain. Garth looked at Pip. The big crocodile was not angry anymore. He was terrified. His big yellow eyes were wide. Water fell from his eyes and mixed with the dirty mud. He was crying. He opened his big mouth, but he did not try to bite. He was trying to breathe. "Rabbit," Garth said. His voice was weak. "I cannot move. The fire is coming. I'm going to die." Pip stood on his dry spot. His heart beat very fast. Thump, thump, thump. He looked at the big teeth. He remembered the yellow eyes waiting in the dark water. He remembered Garth saying, "I will eat you." Pip looked at the fire. It was very loud. It roared like a monster. Pip wanted to run away. He could easily run to the rocks and be safe. If he left Garth, his biggest problem would be gone forever. He would never have to be afraid of the river again. Pip took one step toward the safe rocks. But then he looked back at Garth. Garth put his heavy head down in the mud. He closed his eyes. He stopped fighting. He gave up. Pip felt something strange in his small chest. It felt heavy. He could not leave the crocodile to burn. Part 4, The Push and the Truth. Pip did not run to the rocks. He ran along the side of the riverbed. He looked for something. He found a long, thick branch from a dead tree. It was very heavy for a small rabbit, but Pip pushed it with his head and his front legs. He pushed it hard over the mud. He pushed the branch right in front of Garth's nose. "Garth, open your eyes," Pip shouted over the loud noise of the fire. Garth opened his eyes. He saw the small rabbit standing very close to his terrible mouth. "Bite the wood! Bite it hard!" Pip yelled. Garth did not understand, but he was too tired to think. He opened his big mouth and bit the thick branch. His sharp teeth went deep into the wood. Pip ran to the other end of the branch. The branch was resting on a big flat rock. Pip used the rock to make the branch work like a lever. "When I push down, you pull your legs up. 1, 2, 3, go!" Pip shouted. Pip pushed down on the end of the branch with all his body. Garth pulled his heavy legs up. Squelch! The thick mud made a loud sound. Garth's front legs came out of the mud. Again, Pip screamed. His soft fur was black with smoke. The heat was burning his ears. Pip pushed down again. Garth pulled. Slowly, the big crocodile pulled his body out of the deep mud hole. He crawled onto the harder, drier ground. "Follow me," Pip said. They moved together to the big rocks on the other side. There was a deep hole under the largest rock. It was cool and dark inside. Pip ran inside. Garth followed him. The big crocodile pushed his body into the cave. Outside, the fire arrived. It roared over the rocks. The heat was terrible. The smoke was thick. Inside the cave, Garth and Pip sat in the dark. They coughed. They did not move. Garth's big body covered the entrance, keeping the worst heat away from the small rabbit. They waited for a long time. Slowly, the roaring sound stopped. The air became cooler. They crawled out of the cave. The world was different. The trees were black. The grass was gone. Everything was quiet and gray. Garth looked down at his dirty claws. He looked at the small, dirty rabbit. They were both very tired. "Why did you do it?" Garth asked. His voice was very quiet now. "Why did you stay? You could run away. I tried to eat you every day." Pip sat down and cleaned his face with his paws. "I do not know," Pip said honestly. "You are dangerous. You are mean. But when I saw you in the mud, I did not see a monster. I just saw an animal who was afraid, just like me." Garth slowly nodded his big head. He looked at the black jungle. "I was very afraid," Garth said. He did not look angry at all. He looked old and tired. "I always thought being strong was everything. I thought I did not need anyone. But my strong legs could not save me from the mud. My big teeth could not bite the fire. Your smart brain and your kind heart saved me." "We are different," Pip said softly. "But today, we both just wanted to live." Garth looked directly at Pip. "Thank you, small rabbit. Thank you for my life." "You are welcome, big crocodile," Pip answered. Part 5, The River King and the Quick Rabbit. Many months passed. The rain finally came back. It rained for days and days. The river filled with fresh, clean water. The mud washed away. Green grass started to grow from the black dirt. The trees got new, soft leaves. The jungle was beautiful again. The animals came back to the river to drink. They were still careful, but things were different now. It was a bright, sunny morning. Pip hopped down to the river to drink. He did not look for a piece of wood with yellow eyes. He just walked to the water. Garth was there. He was lying in the shallow water, letting the warm sun hit his green back. His eyes were closed. Pip sat right next to Garth's big head. Pip put his nose in the water and drank quickly. Garth opened one yellow eye. He looked at the soft brown rabbit. "Good morning, Pip," Garth said slowly. "Good morning, Garth. The water is very cool today," Pip said. He finished drinking and sat up tall. "Yes, it is," Garth answered. He closed his eye again and rested. They were not best friends. A rabbit and a crocodile cannot play together, but they were not enemies anymore. The animals in the jungle watched them. They were very surprised. They saw the biggest, most dangerous animal resting peacefully next to the smallest, softest animal. They learned a simple lesson that day. You do not have to be big to be strong sometimes. Helping your enemy is the smartest thing you can do. A kind action is stronger than the sharpest teeth. It can change a dangerous heart and make the jungle a better place for everyone.
Great job today. Remember, small daily progress is the secret to fluency. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.